Go.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you come from? What brought you to Japan?
I was born in Sacramento, California, born and raised until I was a senior in high school, and then to Seattle, Washington, and I spent a year there. At the end of high school, I was kind of like, I didn't care about school.
Right. What did you care about?
That's actually a really good question. I feel like I've never gotten past that part of the intro, and somebody asked me that. That's really good. I like this interview already. What did I care about? I cared a lot about style. I cared about appearance,
right.
like a lot.
Right. And then like, sort of joining the military was just a natural thing, or was did you feel like the right thing, something you were forced to do? Or?
My grandpa is a retired colonel. He's a Vietnam vet. He was actually a Green Beret in Vietnam.
Yeah. Wow.
He was a crazy dude. He was
Right.
a really interesting guy. But he never even suggested the military to me until I got to this point at the end of my senior year, where I was just like, when I talked to my grandpa, he was like, if you don't have an idea of what you want to do, the military is a safe place where you're not going to spend money figuring out what you want to do. And that part of the equation made sense to me. When I started looking into the various militaries, he was a retired Marine, but he actually nudged me towards the Navy. And the Navy made sense for me because it offered me something that I could do outside of the military. Mm-hmm. I actually went to school for welding. So I learned a skill that I can use outside of the military. That just made sense to me right after that. I went to my A school, and that was about 6 months, and then I got my first orders were Japan, Yokosuka.
Wow.
Japan has changed the whole course of my trajectory. I mean, I think everything happens for a reason.
Then after the military, did you go back to the States, or did you immediately sort of?
When I got out of the military, I had just found out that my now ex-wife was pregnant for the first time. And so I had just left Japan, and I found out I was going to be a father. Mm. Things kind of just started to go south at that time for me, because I had just left Japan, and I felt like a lot of pressure, a lot of almost disappointment in myself and where I was at in life, and I saw where I was heading. So from that point, I got out of the military at the end of 2017.
Yeah.
And then it was the due date for my first daughter. And so I flew here maybe a week. Yeah, she was here. Yeah. That was amazing. I don't know where I would be if I didn't have my children. They lit so much in me. I remember finishing that night and being walking over to the hospital, and the moment that I walked in that room, I was just it was a recharge. It was seeing my wife and my daughter asleep for the first time. My children, for me, are my higher power. They're my life. I think that styling has always been at the forefront of my character. Appearance, for everything that I did as a kid, starting with skateboarding, was the first action that I realized that I don't care about the skateboard. I care about the music that's in my ears and the way that I feel on the board. The style that comes with skateboarding. And so I cared about welding. I actually liked it. I love working with my hands. I love physically creating things. I love being a perfectionist. I'm a tweaker. I'm the weirdest guy as far as needing everything to be perfect. And so
So it's almost like being Japanese.
It
right?
is.
Like
It
this
is
pursuit of perfection.
But it was the beginning of that realization, the otaku mindset, and I think that I'm like that with everything that I'm into. When I moved here, I found a barbershop through a friend in Harajuku, and that really changed everything. Because at the time I was still in the military, I was new here, and I had never been in a barbershop before. I had never experienced, especially like a high-end like salon, atmosphere, and I immediately fell in love. I fell in love with the characters. They were there. Their personalities, their lifestyle, everything about the barbershop was so intriguing to me. And I felt like even that first day that I was there, I was like, I'm gonna be a barber. Like I was like, whoa, I just found what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. And I started cutting hair in the military. It's really hard to cut hair, I'll tell you that, because I stayed up one night and went crazy on Amazon and just like bought all these clippers and like the whole setup, right? And it comes, and luckily one of my friends was like, sure dude, run it, like I'll be the first, test dummy. And I started out as like a low fade. He ended up looking like Mr. T by the end. It had fully evolved into a mohawk. It was bad. I love it, but it is definitely like one of those skills where you're not gonna be able to just jump. But haircutting, like much like everything else in my life, it was more or less the surrounding factors that really made me feel like I could do something magical. My main goal is to gift people confidence. I think I can, this may sound ignorant, but I literally think that I can change the world by giving people confidence in themselves. If I can give enough confidence to enough people, we will have a huge shift in the world, I promise. And the ability to walk in and see somebody maybe not having a great day, they've got stress, they've got work, and then within 30 to 45 minutes of us having a conversation and me imposing confidence in the way that I construct the conversation, and I think that I do have a specific style within my haircutting, but ultimately I never want to give advice on people on what they should do. I want to extract from them what they want and then give them that. It's almost selfish for me because I love to see people happy. I need to extract that from other people, like for myself. I love watching the whole process.
Your appearance, and most importantly, how you appear to yourself, right? Like you said,
that's
if I feel good about myself, I'm 90% there.
That's it.
Right? And so if you can make people feel good about themselves, that's an incredibly powerful, that's like literally almost a gift from God.
It is. It's the most magical feeling that I've felt today.
Talk to me about Tokyo now. What you've been in and out, you've got now some roots here almost, right? What's Tokyo like to you?
I have a different outlook on Japan than I would say most of my friends, a lot of my friends, because I know that this is where I need to remain for them, but it's not only that reason that I like Tokyo. I think that it's actually more so who I have found within myself here that I have grown to love, and I owe a great deal to the people that have cultivated the person that I am. I've had a lot of mentoring, a lot of people that have really helped me out in so many different ways here that I would like to return that favor. I think that there's a reason those people did what they did for me. You no longer living with your parents, you're getting a taste of the world and you're figuring out where you fit in the world. And the freedom to do that, the freedom to find that out, that took place in Tokyo.
Final, any, in Japan we always do this, like, any final words of advice or, encouragement?
Trust your gut.
Trust your gut.
Trust your gut. That is the easiest phrase. 98% of the time, what you feel you should be doing, that's probably what you should be doing. When sometimes for people like me, that little voice can be wild and seem outlandish. But if you don't fail, if you don't make those leaps, then you won't know that that wasn't the right path. So, I don't mind failing. I don't mind it. Yeah.
Young man.
Pleasure.
You're a star.
Thank you.
No.